Santa Claus comes visiting our house, he specially looks for my Mocha brownies. The quantities listed here make a big 9 by 13 inch pan of these delicious fudgy brownies, but they can be easily halved for a smaller batch. I'm going to start out by cubing up my butter and also dividing the chocolate chips in two separate bowls, 1 cup in one and 340 grams in another. This recipe calls for a double boiler. I don't really have one, so what I'm going to do is bring about 5 inches of water to a boil in a large pot and place a heat-proof glass bowl on top of it. I'm now going to place the cubed butter and 340 grams of chocolate chips in the bowl. The butter and the chocolate chips need to be stirred continuously till a smooth chocolate ganache is formed and there aren't any hot or cold spots left. Once the mixture is nice and smooth, in goes the instant coffee. Any generic brand of instant coffee is just fine for these brownies. Once the coffee is incorporated, I'm going to add in the sugar and the salt. I'm going to stir everything in so that everything mixes in properly. There are no spots or lumps in this mixture, and then I'm going to let this mixture sit and cool for 20 minutes or so. It is important that the mixture be nicely cool because here on we are going to start adding our egg, and we don't want scrambled eggs in our brownies, do we? I'm going to add the eggs one by one, making sure that each egg is nicely broken in and incorporated in the batter before the next one goes in. Once all the eggs are nicely mixed in and the batter feels fudgy, in goes the vanilla. I can tell you, Santa Claus and his elves are so excited to get their hands on these brownies once they are ready. Once the eggs are nicely incorporated, I'm going to gently fold in my flour in batches. I stopped using electrical appliances to mix in my batters. What I found was it is very difficult to prevent overmixing the batter, and the brownies would really come out hard and dry. With hand mixing, I've never had a single occasion where the brownies did not come out nice and just deliciously soft and moist. And now for the finishing touches. I'm going to take my 1 cup of chocolate chips coated with flour and add in to my brownie batter. The flour coating prevents the chocolate chips from sinking to the bottom of the pan. One can easily substitute the chocolate chips with walnuts or cherries. I've even tried peppermint bark for a nice minty brownie. At this point, I'm going to preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 165 degrees C and start getting the baking pan ready. I'm going to thoroughly grease the bottom, edges and the sides of the pan, place a piece of parchment paper in the bottom of the pan and grease the parchment paper itself. This trick has never failed me and my brownies have always come out without sticking to the pan. Once the pan is thoroughly greased and ready to use, I'm going to pour in my batter and level it up completely edge to edge. And then in it goes for 55 minutes to bake at 325 degrees. At the end of 55 minutes, I'm going to do a simple poke test to check for readiness. What I'm looking for is not a super dry, skewer end. It should have some crumbs sticking to it, which means the brownies have come out nice, soft and moist. We're going to leave out the pan for a couple hours to cool down, and then it's ready to be flipped and cut up in small 1-inch pieces. Beautiful every single time. One trick to cut up these brownies in nice clean cubes is buttering up the cutting knife. And voila! Santa Claus and his elves, here you go. Enjoy!
Don't forget to like and subscribe and download our app from the App Store or Google Play.